What's up, guys? Brennan Hayes, Renegade Cigars here. I want to talk to you a little bit about mild cigars. You know, we talk a lot about medium-bodied, full-bodied cigars here in the lounge. We read the magazines. We hear from the quote-unquote aficionados a lot about medium and full-bodied cigars. But I've always said that I feel like the 20% of the market that smokes medium to full-bodied cigars makes 90% of the noise. But what rings the register for us every single day is mild cigars. About 80% of the market is made up of mild to medium cigar smokers. So I want to talk a little bit about that today. The first one that I like to smoke a lot of in the morning is the Christoph Connecticut. So Christoph's a brand that we've carried essentially since day one here at Renegade. However, we've really started getting a lot of traction. We've got Jared, the Vice President of Sales, moved to Dallas, spends a lot of time in the lounge, kind of spreading the word. And Lance is a great guy. Lance is our local rep. Lance does a really good job building, some anticipation around his cigars. And then when guys do pick it up and try it, they really do enjoy it. I'm smoking the Christoph Connecticut now. I'm getting kind of a graham cracker, a little bit of cream, and maybe almost like a vanilla taste out of this cigar. It's great. It's great with coffee. I'm just drinking a bottled water now, and I'm really enjoying this cigar. So Christoph Connecticut, it's about $8. This is the Robusto size, but you actually get a little more bang for your buck out of the Robusto with Christoph. It's almost kind of falls right between a standard Robusto and a standard Toro. But next time you're in, you want to try something a little bit different, try the Christoph Connecticut. The next one I'm going to talk about, I'm really excited for Robert. So Robert Holt is a Texas guy. He's out of Austin, makes really good cigars out of A.J. Fernandez factory. But this is a time with the FDA regulations kind of looming that a lot of the small manufacturers are throwing in the towel. And while Robert's been making really good cigars, I think that this is his best work. It's a Nicaraguan and Dominican, Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, but it's just a very flavorful, mild to medium-bodied cigar. And I think him hitting a home run with this cigar couldn't have come at better timing for a small manufacturer trying to fight the battle. I think having a cigar that is getting as much attention as the Rose of Sharon is going to be really, really good for him in the future of the brand. I call this probably more of a medium-bodied cigar, but for sake of argument, let's just say it's a mild cigar because it is a Connecticut cigar. It's got a lot of complexity to it. It's got a lot of flavor. This thing is going to have a little bit of spice to it. I think that's going to come from the Nicaraguan tobacco, but it's also got a lot of really nice creaminess to it, nuttiness. Again, it's going to just transition on you a lot of times. I think if you just smoke this out of the mouth, you'll probably find it a mild cigar. If you retrohale through the nose, you're going to pick up a little bit of that spice. Probably consider this more of a medium body. But either way, it's a perfect cigar any time of the day. I think you should definitely give the Rose a Sharon, support the Texas company. Another one we're going to talk about, this is the last one. So we talk about the anniversary Davidoff. We talk about the Davidoff Nicaraguan. We talk about the new late hour. But one we all sleep on around here is the Grand Cru. And if you travel the country, you talk to the folks at Davidoff or talk to anybody around the world, the Grand Cru is probably one of their best selling cigars. But I think we sleep on it. It's a great, it's a great mild cigar, which is really what Davidoff is known for. This is going to be a Dominican cigar with Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper on it. And one thing that you can definitely tell with this cigar is the age of the tobacco. That's one thing that Davidoff does a fantastic job of. And that's really what you're paying for with the Davidoff cigars is the age of that tobacco. When you smoke this cigar, it leaves just a really clean taste in your mouth. You can smoke this cigar, it almost feels like you didn't smoke anything at all. You just have the real nice, clean taste in your mouth when you're done. And that's a result of the age of the tobacco in the cigar. Fantastic way to start your morning is with a Grand Cru. A lot of people ask me, are Davidoff worth the money? I've always said it depends on your situation, where you're at, what you're doing. If you just sit down with a buddy you hadn't seen for a long time, you're sitting in the lounge, you light up a Grand Cru, you're certainly going to know what you're paying for. The cigar is just so smooth and so clean. You're going to notice a difference. I think it's worth every penny. If you're driving down the road, you're frustrated in traffic, you just want something to burn, you light up a $15 to $20 Davidoff, I don't know that you're going to get your bang for your buck out of it then. So I always tell people it's certainly worth trying if you've never had one before. I suggest that you try the Grand Cru and then maybe work up from there if you're new to the Davidoff line. Start with kind of their mild to medium offering, progress to the Anniversary, try the Late Hour, try the Churchill, and then try the Nicaraguan, and kind of just make your way through their entire line and see what you think. Find the one that is right for you. Anyway, guys, appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. Try to give you 3 good recommendations for mild cigars. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday. Talk to you soon.